Good evening, Dr. Armichael Fisher. Here on a serious topic, a tragedy that happened in Canada and British Columbia, not far, a few hours from where I live here. And the tragedy was a school shooting, a mass murder, one perpetrator, and eight, possibly more people will have died, and 20 some injured in the school. An attack on a high school in the local area from a local resident. All that details I'm not going into today. What I'm going into is that I'm offering you to any of you, as I'm a researcher on mass shootings, on schools, and culture of fear dynamics. I've been doing this for over 25 years, specializing in that topic. I have a PhD in education and curriculum, and I have an adult education degree as well. So I'm very interested in how education takes place in cultural sites of conflict, fear, violence, terrorism, fearism, what I call as well. And so I'm offering anybody right now, I'm collecting data on this whole incident, particularly in how people make sense and make meaning. And then from that meaning making, how they live their lives and make choices. So I'm very interested in a healthy, good outcome and a high quality education on the problem of a mass shooting, a mass murder with massive damage in a community and into individuals' lives. It's not a great topic to want to research on, but sadly, I do research in this area and I get excited that this is a great time for learning. And I do hear that from many of the people in Tumbler Ridge community itself, officials, government officials, all kinds of people saying, teachers as well, educators. We have to learn from this. And of course, that's learn from our mistakes of what happened, that this was allowed to be happening. The security system obviously cracked and there was a breach. Many suffered and are going to suffer for the rest of their lives in some way. But we also are in a process of grieving, as everybody is saying, and healing with the message. And I'm not the only one saying this. They're saying it themselves, the victims, the other people around the victims. This is a chance to learn what's going on. So I'm also wanting to know how people are teaching what we're learning that's going on and has gone on. So we're only in day, almost a week now since the tragedy, a little less. It's a good time to start recording, documenting, and studying what we're teaching and what we're learning about the whole dynamic of the conflict in this community, the fear that arises slash terrorism, as I call it, and fearism, and the whole dynamic of the culture of fear itself, which is the larger context. So if any of you are wanting to be at all connected to me in this research, informally, anonymously, however you choose, I am making this site open, the YouTube channel here, for your comments, for your inputs, chance to connect with me. I'll leave my email below as well. If you have further questions before you want to share more with me, I'm open to doing phone calls, Zooms, etc., chats to collect your stories, and not just your stories, but collect your ideas. That means anybody listening and watching this event, whether you're in Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia or not. You see, that's the whole point. It's about all of us, isn't it? It's about the whole way we basically are going to handle and recover from and heal from and transform these kinds of energies, these kinds of destructive patterns that occur and arise in systems. All systems go through crashes. This is history, right? So this is history in the making. Nobody wants to take advantage of victims and what they're suffering with, the grieving they're going through. And yet, we have a lot to learn about what even is grieving. It's not as if we know exactly what that is for every individual, every community, every situation. So I don't take any argument that, oh, don't talk to people now, don't bring this up until they've finished grieving. Grieving is the learning. That is the therapeutic process, which is about learning. I'm a teacher, I'm an educator. Thanks for listening tonight. And again, I look forward to connecting with you and keep me informed what you're thinking. Again, whether you're in Tumbler Ridge or not, this is not in any way an extraction of data all of what I collect, I can tell you, will go into reports, articles, and sent to as quickly as possible when I publish things into this community to help them in any ways they wish to use that data, that knowledge, that learning as a collective resource. So that's my professional goal. And I will use the highest academic standards I have as a scholar and to maintain an ethical sense of protection for you if you want to keep your name out of the picture. And things that you say, we'll make sure that we try not to cause any harm. But I can also say good knowledge is sometimes uncomfortable. Truths are also uncomfortable. And I'm not willing for any reason to be in fear of sharing that kind of knowledge with the world. Thanks very much for listening today. Let's keep in contact.